So this is part 2 of my repairing the dent video. I've taken the back bumper off to be able to get in underneath and do a better job of this to finish it off. So I've just given it a quick clean under here. You can see it was real dirty. And what I've decided to do is I bought a cheap set of panel beating hammers and dollies, and I'm going to use them to try and finish this off as best as I can. And then whatever's left, I'll fill it. So my plan is, you can see in there how it's, where is it? So you can see how it's folded a little bit. My plan is to get the chisel in there and to try and knock that fold out that way, and then, you know, flatten the rest off and make it as flattened as, you know, return it to the shape that it was, basically. So this taking the bumper off is allowing me to get under here and be able to get that fold out that way, because that was the part that's stopping the rest from progressing. So that's what I'm going to be doing now, and yeah, let's see how this turns out. It's the first time I'm using hammer and dolly, so it should be interesting. Yeah, let's get into it. So here's a quick update on what's happening so far. Basically, I'm trying to get that crease out. You can kind of see it. See right there. There's a bit of a fold, and what I've been doing is I'm trying to push that bit up, so it makes it, instead of like a crease, it'll make it more like a this, and then I can tap it down from the top. Unfortunately, it's stretching the metal, so I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it back 100%. I'll definitely get back enough to fill over it, but I want to use minimum filler. So yeah, basically that's an update. There's a small, I can see a small bit of light coming through there. Not right now, but as the metal moves around, I can see a gap, which means the metal split a little bit there. It is what it is, that was kind of expected. But yeah, so I'm just working on getting that crease out there, and I'm not sure how successful that's going to be, because on the inside you can see that's what it looks like, and basically that crease is right there, and I'm just tapping along there to try and push it out. It's kind of coming out slowly, but I don't think I'm going to be able to get it out 100%, but yeah, we'll see shortly. Alright, so here's what I got so far. I've managed to get most of that crease out. Let's see if I can get it to... You can kind of see it there, so it's become much smaller and it's still folded in a little bit. And I don't think I'm going to be able to get it out fully, so I've become content with leaving it like that and then just trying to make sure that this edge and everything above is going to be the right shape. I mean, so far I've been panel beating a little bit, and I think that bottom edge is not too bad. Obviously there's a couple of little imperfections, it's not finished yet, but overall I think it's actually coming out pretty good. You can see the bottom edge is actually pretty straight, like you can't see the crease or anything right at the bottom. Let me just see if I can adjust the light. Yeah, there you go. So you see from this side, so when the bumper's on, you won't even be able to see that there was a crease. So I'm happy with that. I mean, if I wanted to repair this perfectly, I'd essentially have to cut that section out and weld a new one in. And since I don't want to do that right now, I'm pretty happy with this. So I'm going to keep going, try and get it as perfect as I can. But so far, this is looking hopeful. I think I definitely think this is going to be a possibility. It's just compared to the other side. You can see it there. So that's what it's supposed to look like. It does have a little bit. You can see it comes straight and then kind of comes up a bit on this section. So I'm going to try and recreate that. You can see it from this angle. So that's straight along there, and then you can see it come up a bit. So I'm trying to recreate that on this side as well. It does kind of do that, but I think the angle is a bit too high. So I'm going to try and flatten it down and make it better. But so far I think this is pretty good progress. I'll carry on. Alright, just to give you guys a quick update, what I've been doing is a combination of the panel beating and sanding so that I can see the high and low spots and then be able to flatten them out. So you can see here, after I've sanded, some bits of the paint left, basically indicating that those are the low spots. So there's a few there. As you can see, I'm starting to go around that side. Now, somebody's already done some body filling. You can kind of see the yellow here in this corner, and there was a bit on the bumper as well. So I don't think it's going to be possible to 100% make it, metal only repair because of that. Otherwise, I'm going to have to sand the whole thing. Who knows how far that body filler goes. So what I'm going to do is just get it as close as I can. I'll still continue working on it, but it's getting pretty flat, to be honest. And then it just might require a little skim of body filler, but that's fine as far as I'm concerned. So far, I'm really, really happy with how this is coming out, and quite frankly, I'm impressed with my skill level. Considering it's the first time I've done that, there's a little preview there. But I'm going to keep going and see how close I can get it to flat and hopefully be able to do a real good job. So let's keep going. Alright, so here's what I've got so far. It's very, very close to the shape, as you can see. I'm really happy with it, and I think this is about as good as it's going to get, because there is some filler from a previous repair. You can kind of see that yellowing there especially, and there's some high and low spots here that I don't have the skill level yet to get out, so there's not really much point of me sitting here for hours and hours just trying to make it 100% when I'm not going to be able to do it, and I'm going to have to use filler anyway because some of the metal's a bit stretched, you can see there, that kind of thing. But it's very, very close. I'm very happy with it. And so what I'm going to do is leave it here now, and I'm going to, next step will be to do the filler and primer, and then I'll just leave it primed for the time being, and when I can I'll paint the rest of it. So yeah, I'm just going to tape it up now. Tomorrow I'm going to do the filling, which I'll record as well, and show you guys that. So yeah.